What's happening, fight fans around the world? I know how y'all are. I know y'all enjoy this thing of boxing. I know we play games and people have their issues and people have opinions. It's cool too. I got opinions and I'm allowed to say my opinions or speak my opinions. And if somebody was trying to send me a subliminal message, it worked, because if you want to prove that you're better than me, I'm always ready. Wide open, ready to go. It's called.
Career, he's really been hurt. He's gone down before one time, but there was a perfect left hand. Roy never saw it coming. Roy is out, and Roy may be out of boxing.
And that's why Tarver wanted to be the counterpuncher, because he answered Roy's right hand.
Mayweather has broken his silence after Roy Jones Jr. suggested the two should step into the ring together. The buzz started when Jones appeared on the ATS Fight podcast and shared his thoughts on a hypothetical clash between Mayweather and Sugar Ray Leonard. In that discussion, Jones confidently picked Leonard to win. He explained that Leonard brought a level of intensity and attacking mindset that he believes would have overwhelmed Mayweather. Jones pointed out that while Leonard's name may sound polished, his style in the ring was anything but, describing him as relentless and highly aggressive. According to Jones, Leonard fought with a certain grit and edge that separated him from Mayweather's more tactical, defensive approach. Those bold statements quickly gained traction throughout the boxing community, sparking debate and eventually drawing a public response from Mayweather.
If Floyd Mayweather were to fight, and I must say, Roy Jones is my favorite fighter ever. He's my favorite fighter ever. You guys know I was a huge fanboy and all those things. I've said it repeatedly. But if they were to fight, I'll be rooting on Floyd Mayweather, man. I can't listen. Regardless of how many times I've criticized Floyd and his career or whatever, Tim T has always shown me love, man. Floyd Mayweather.
Than issuing a formal statement or sitting down for an interview, Mayweather chose a different approach. He shared a wordless video on social media that appeared to send a message without saying a single thing. The clip opened with footage of Roy Jones Jr.'s knockout defeats over the years, including moments from his losses to Antonio Tarver, Glenn Johnson, Danny Green, and Enzo Maccarinelli. Each sequence highlighted some of the toughest points in Jones' career. After showing those setbacks, the tone of the video shifted. The focus moved to Mayweather's own world, flashes of high-end cars, private jets, expensive jewelry, and glimpses of his lavish lifestyle. The editing created a sharp contrast. Jones' most difficult nights in the ring placed alongside Mayweather's undefeated record and financial success. There was no caption explaining the intent, but the order of the clips made the message clear. Without directly addressing the comments, Mayweather appeared to answer Jones' criticism in his own way.
Musty energy.
Lord child, the man Floyd Money Mayweather is watching video of Roy Jones getting knocked out. Yeah, man. Roy Jones absolutely getting cooked. And all this is because Floyd Money Mayweather is upset at Roy Jones Jr. for Roy saying that Floyd could not beat a prime Sugar Ray Leonard. Lord child.
Not long after the social media post made headlines, new reports suggested that Mayweather had quietly informed his camp that he would consider stepping into the ring with Roy Jones Jr. in an exhibition bout. That development signaled a move from subtle messaging to the possibility of real action. According to individuals close to Mayweather, he is open to the idea of facing Jones under exhibition rules. While nothing has been formally announced, the conversations are reportedly genuine and ongoing. Jones didn't take long to react. He stated that he would be ready to face Mayweather at any time, questioning whether Mayweather truly wants to fight or simply prefers making statements through edited highlight reels. Jones added that if Mayweather is serious about settling the debate, the solution is simple: meet in the ring and let the action speak for itself.
That I think, oh, he the greatest fighter all the time. Nah, Shabby was 80-0 at one point. 80. He could retire at 80-0. You go up top there? No. He just didn't stop, right? You got to 50 and you stopped because of Rocky Marciano. Right. So Rocky died. If he wouldn't die, he probably would have kept going too. So that's, and then at the end, you fight a guy that's 0-0 for number 50. How can I respect?
Tension between Roy Jones Jr. and Floyd Mayweather has sparked fresh conversations about how each man's legacy should be measured at his peak. Roy Jones Jr. was widely viewed as one of the most naturally gifted fighters of his era. He captured world titles across multiple weight divisions, from middleweight all the way to heavyweight, a rare achievement in modern boxing. His speed, reflexes, and improvisational style made him look nearly unbeatable during his prime years. However, after moving up to heavyweight and later returning to light heavyweight, his performances began to decline. Prolonging his career resulted in punishing defeats and several memorable knockout losses. While his resume remains impressive, those late setbacks reshaped how some fans evaluate his greatness. Mayweather's path unfolded very differently. He built his career with precision and long-term planning, retiring with an undefeated 50-0 record. He maintained control over negotiations, timing, and opponent selection. His defensive mastery and calculated approach allowed him to compete at an elite level for over 2 decades, while minimizing damage. Critics argue that Mayweather strategically chose certain high-profile fights at moments that favored him and avoided unnecessary risk. Supporters counter that he defeated every opponent placed in front of him and never showed serious vulnerability inside the ring. His discipline, ring IQ, and adaptability became his trademarks. The disagreement between Jones and Mayweather goes beyond fantasy matchups involving Sugar Ray Leonard. At its core, it's about philosophy. Jones represents a mindset that values daring challenges, even if they come with the possibility of defeat. He often points to Leonard's willingness to face elite rivals, such as Marvin Hagler, Thomas Hearns, and Roberto Duran. Leonard did not retire unbeaten, but he consistently pursued the toughest available competition. Mayweather views greatness through a different lens. For him, dominance means winning consistently, protecting your record, and maximizing both athletic and financial success. He highlights victories over Manny Pacquiao, Canelo Alvarez, Oscar de la Hoya, and Shane Mosley as proof that he fought and beat the top names of his time. In his perspective, no fighter has blended skill, strategy, business savvy, and longevity quite the way he has. Ultimately, this debate reflects 2 contrasting definitions of what it means to be an all-time great: relentless risk-taking versus calculated perfection.
And one of the reasons why people watch him fight is not because he's like Mike Tyson, just goes out and destroys people. They like watching him fight because they hate him. Because he talks so much shit, and he's like, look at my $1 million watch, look at my fucking jet, look at my house, look at this. He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has. Like he'll lay out watches in a hotel bed, like this is $1 million worth of watches. This watch goes for $2 million. And they're like, this is my small watch that I take sometimes, but I want to show you, when I show up, I bring out the big boy and it brings out this watch that's covered in diamonds. It's like $5 million. And so you hate him.
The first time Roy Jones Jr. has questioned Floyd Mayweather's place in boxing history. Back in 2018, Jones made similar remarks, arguing that while Mayweather may have mastered the business side of the sport, he did not consider him the greatest pure boxer. Jones even suggested that his own prime years were more impressive than Mayweather's run at the top at the time. Mayweather chose not to address those comments publicly. However, the recent statements involving Sugar Ray Leonard fit into a broader pattern of criticism Jones has expressed over the years. The difference now is that Mayweather decided to answer, not with words, but with imagery. After the video circulated, boxing media outlets quickly weighed in. Some analysts described the post as calculated and emotionally detached, while others labeled it disrespectful, yet undeniably strategic. The reaction from fans was equally divided. Supporters of Mayweather argued that Jones initiated the exchange and shouldn't be surprised by the response. Critics, on the other hand, felt that highlighting another legend's defeats crossed the line. Across social media platforms, opinions ranged from calling the move entertaining and perfectly aligned with Mayweather's persona, to saying it lacked sportsmanship. As with most debates involving 2 iconic fighters, the response largely depended on which legacy fans valued more.
Why is money so important? Why do you always come back to the dollars? People want to know.
Why not? I mean, everything you got on costs money. You can't take your wife on a date for free.
Is that how you measure your success?
No. Me, I'm loyal and honest, and I'm a good person, and I call a spade a spade. Money don't make me, I make money. And without money, I'll be the same person. I fought so many fights for free.
Jake Paul also weighed in on the debate, offering a balanced take. He suggested that Roy Jones Jr. may have had the more spectacular prime, while Floyd Mayweather Jr. demonstrated greater consistency over the course of his career. According to Paul, Mayweather's careful approach helped him avoid unnecessary punishment, whereas Jones' willingness to take bigger risks ultimately cost him later on. Although Paul isn't widely regarded as a traditional boxing analyst, his voice carries weight, particularly with younger audiences. His involvement added another layer of visibility to the ongoing backdash and dash forth that in the aftermath of the viral video. Speculation around a potential exhibition between Mayweather and Jones intensified. Both fighters are no strangers to that format. Mayweather has previously stepped into the ring for exhibitions against Logan Paul, John Gotti III, and Tenshin Nasukawa, among others. For him, these events offer a chance to remain active while minimizing risk and maximizing financial return. Jones has also taken part in high-profile exhibitions. In 2020, he faced Mike Tyson in a widely publicized 8-round showcase. While no official winner was declared, the event drew significant global attention and proved there is still strong interest in seeing legendary names return to the spotlight. With both men experienced in the exhibition arena, the possibility of them sharing the ring, even in a non-competitive format, has become a topic many fans are watching closely.
And why not Floyd Mayweather? Why isn't he in the top 5?
Floyd Mayweather, he's running the whole 12 rounds and he won the fight.
Manny, who are the top 5 fighters you ever fought, you think?
Barrera, Morales, Marquez, De La Hoya, Cotto,
The potential exhibition between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Roy Jones Jr. likely wouldn't be about elite-level competition. The two competed in different weight divisions during their primes and are now at very different physical stages. Mayweather has maintained a leaner frame and strict discipline since retiring, while Jones has naturally added size over time and isn't as quick as he once was. Because of those differences, the matchup wouldn't center on determining who is the better fighter in a traditional sense. Instead, it would revolve around legacy, ego, and spectacle. An event like that would be driven by narrative as much as action. Financially, it would also make sense. Interest among fans is clearly there, and both men still command loyal audiences willing to purchase a pay-per-view event. In the exhibition era of boxing, entertainment value often matters just as much as the outcome, and this pairing would certainly generate attention.
No, we still two different things. No, he was a social media blowout. He blew it away. You feel me? And that fit
At this point, no official contract has been signed and no date has been announced. However, both Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Roy Jones Jr. have publicly shown openness to the idea. If the bout moves forward, it would almost certainly follow standard exhibition guidelines, shorter rounds, modified rules, and no official decision to ensure safety. Even under those conditions, the event would carry more significance than many of Mayweather's previous exhibitions. Unlike some of his past opponents, Jones is a legitimate Hall of Famer and a former pound-for-pound king, which adds credibility and historical weight to the matchup. The promotional angle would likely focus on their contrasting careers, differing philosophies on greatness, and the recent tension between them. Behind closed doors, both teams are reportedly monitoring public interest. If fan engagement and media attention stay strong, the chances of the fight materializing increase. Mayweather's camp has consistently prioritized events that generate headlines and commercial appeal. The reaction to his recent social media post suggests that a clash with Jones could attract exactly that kind of attention. Meanwhile, Jones has made it clear he's willing to step in the ring, provided Mayweather is genuinely committed. For now, discussions remain ongoing. Nothing is finalized, but the possibility of this high-profile exhibition is very much on the table.